This just in at Ministry of Souls News Network. Wow. God, I tell you, every time I have a sleep, I woke up, there's been like another explosion of truth bombs being dropped. As per my last live, where do I begin? Tony Blair's been caught out selling off Great Britain to Allison and Oracle, who is, they're all connected to Palantir and the CIA in Israel. He's been caught. So I was right. The Queen was right. This all started with Tony Blair and Donald Trump. Speaking of Donald Trump, he's just been exposed as having this greater plan to destroy Great Britain so that he can basically conquer Great Britain. Rule over Great Britain and make Great Britain like part of the American dream, which is everything I've been saying. Everything I've been saying. I've been saying to King Charles, Donald Trump wants to be you. He wants to rule over Great Britain. He wants to rule over the Commonwealth, which is why he has, because obviously he works for Israel, he's in their pocket, as is Starmer. And an Israeli arms dealing company has just had to shut down because they were exposed by some journalistic investigators. So everything I've been saying, all the people that have been involved in it, why they're doing it, I've been right about everything. Something pops up on my X and I thought, oh, I'm getting to them. I'm really starting to get to them. A woman was arrested in Great Britain for posting misinformation. She's the first woman to be arrested for posting something that wasn't true. And I just thought, bring it on, you fat prick. Because I don't lie. My investigations don't lie. And I can't lie. And I'm not allowed to lie. And I have been dying, literally, been facing assassination attempts, to be given the opportunity to stand up in court and say to the judge, look at my evidence. Now help me save the king. Help me save Great Britain, please. Because I've been up against all these people for so many years now, and the level of corruption is such that the police and everybody who's supposed to be helping me save the king in Great Britain are all in the pockets of people like Donald Trump. So, yeah, give me the opportunity. I don't ever accuse me of lying. The one thing, other than being a bad mum, a whore, and being a liar, they're the three things that I will not tolerate more than anything in the world. I will dig my heels in and bring up even more evidence, which is exactly what's just happened. Israel, Netanyahu in his office has a glass case. It's this thumbnail of a COVID injection written in Hebrew, Israel's greatest achievement. So not only have Palantir just admitted that they kill people that they consider the enemy, and they have all the contracts with Donald Trump and Keir Starmer, Israel's just admitted, well, this thing, now Israel, everything the Queen said, were responsible for the genocide and the murder of the Queen. Because devils and demons can't shut their traps in the presence of God, they have to talk. So in amidst them trying to threaten me, because I've been threatened with all sorts, all that's happened is God then opened a window and exposed even more truth to prove that I was right all along. So please give me the opportunity to stand in court, because then I would be able to present my case and say, but Honourable Judge, this is because I've uncovered a plot that killed the Queen, and they're trying to destroy the monarchy as well. And here's my evidence. And it's backed by the big mouths of people like Palantir and that themselves. These investigations where I'm presenting my evidence are coming from reputable sources. Now it turns out, I've been talking about how they use direct energy weapons on people. Trump's now under investigation. They're in Congress talking about how they used a direct energy weapon on the people of Venezuela when they faked that capture of Maduro, which means Maduro allowed direct energy weapons to be used on his own people in order to, in order to pull off this great escape plan with the help of Keir Starmer. So I've taken it to the ICC, which is then another thing that I'd say to this judge. I've taken everything to the King and the ICC. Just go to them, ask them, because I've been bringing them in as my witnesses. Don't ever call me a liar, Donald Trump. Don't ever call me a liar. I said I will hit him so hard with truths, his ass comes out the other side of the world. Your little bitch Starmer might be afraid of you, but I'm not. You're nothing to me. You're Lucifer. God hates you. And every time you threaten me, he just exposes more truths. Elon Musk, Tesla have been caught rigging elections in Germany and to do with oh God, look, I can't even speak straight because I said my level of rightness has been such this morning that it can only be a gift from God to celebrate the birth of my baby, the heir to my throne. I'll put all the links in the description box below, but they've confessed to everything. And then it reminds me of my cleansing poem when it talks about conscience confessing. Palantir, that dude, that Alex dude, and all of that, speaking the truth, their conscience is confessing without them even knowing. With Netanyahu having that vaccine needle in the glass case, saying Israel's greatest achievement, that's his conscience confessing without him even knowing. And all I've done is collect all their confessions and gathered it into a nice little investigation to present to the King and the ICC and the rest of the world to say, see, I told you. Is Donald Trump going to say that vaccine in a glass case is a lie? Is Netanyahu lying? Because it doesn't look like it. Are these other investigative journalists lying? I'm not an investigative journalist. I'm like a private investigator for God, for the gods. I work for the Ministry of Souls. I don't work for a newspaper. I work for the gods. And they're spilling the tea like you wouldn't believe. They're spilling the tea like it's the Boston bloody Tea Party. So the evidence now speaks for itself. Like, the evidence can't lie. The truth can't lie. So I said, I don't lie, Your Majesty. I'm not the government. I'm not Donald Trump. Nothing that comes out of Keir Starmer's mouth is the truth. If you're going to start accusing people of posting things that are lies on social media, then you need to arrest Keir Starmer, Donald Trump, Elon Musk, von der Leyen, Zelensky, because they're worse than anyone who posts something or reposts something that is AI generated. AI generated coming from the very people, Elon Musk, Grok, and Chat GBT and Gemini and all that, that are look, I'm so mad. I'm forgetting words that are that belong to the very people that are in on the conspiracy to take down the monarchy in Great Britain. Everything I said, everything I said about Donald Trump and his plans for Great Britain, and basically being emperor, being the king of it all, was 100% spot on with factual evidence. I haven't been wrong about a single thing. They murdered our Queen to take down the monarchy so that Donald Trump could rule over Great Britain and the Commonwealth with the help of Commonwealth Prime Ministers so that he could be king of the world as Israel's puppet. Because they want to rule the world. They're already after Argentina. But that Javier Milei is leading them because he's one of them. He's in on it. He's one of Trumpy's best friends. He did that whole Bitcoin thing where he scammed people out of millions and was never held accountable. So he doesn't give a shit about Argentina. But people are taking over because you want to see the protests. So, yeah, the protesting in Israel. And, I feel sorry for Israel. I feel sorry for the Jews there. Because all the Jews that I know, and anyone that all the Jewish people I know that had a connection to Israel, didn't, never, even like decades ago, like years ago, never wanted to have anything to do with what was going on in Palestine. They just wanted to live in peace. I remember one guy said to me, I was talking to him because a friend of mine was his cleaner, and I went to help her do some cleaning one day. I was looking after her kid while she was cleaning this man's house, and he was talking about he had a piece of the Berlin Wall, and he was Jewish, and he was talking. He was an architect, I think, and he was saying like nobody I know cares about this divide between Palestine and Israel. He said, when I was working there, we worked with Palestinians. They were our friends. We used to meet them at the border and like pick them up and go to work together and stuff. He said, this whole thing about causing this divide between Israel and Palestine, he says it's all propaganda. He said there's a greater story at play that is evil, that has nothing to do with the majority of the Jewish people. They don't want a part of it. And now, like it looks like years later, he's telling the truth, because Israeli people are taking to the streets saying we demand an investigation into October 7. Like, they're wanting peace. They want to be left alone. They just want to make their money. They've been accused, like all Jewish people are being accused of the most horrendous acts of crimes against humanity because of the government and the propaganda that has been spread by their puppets around the rest of the world, and it's not fair. And then in the meantime, Palestinian people are being slaughtered so that people like Tony Blair, I'll put links in the description box, and Donald Trump and that can have access to Gaza. Like it's, and million of Argentina and all that, they're helping exterminate people. And then Jews are getting the blame. And then as Muslims are getting the blame from the other side. And then Christians are caught in the middle because they wanted to. I said to the king right from the beginning, they want to conquer and divide Great Britain and destroy Christianity, which is part of the Fabian Society, part of their plan to destroy Christianity, to weaken the English and make them the minority. And they do that by then bringing in Muslims and then causing these fake, using direct energy weapons and all that, triggering sleeper cell agents and all that sort of thing to kill innocent people, to blame on um, Muslims and Jews. And it's not fair. And that's why God's getting angry. So when Donald Trump and that post shit about calling people like me liars and how we're getting arrested, bring it on. Because I've been, ever since my ex-husband tried to kill me for all of them, I've been gagging for the opportunity to stand up in court and present my case and say, look what they've been doing. Except now I've uncovered so much that what happened to me is like a drop in the ocean compared to what I ended up uncovering because of it. So all I could do is hope and pray that I was put in front of an honest judge who cares about the role that they play in the judiciary system, with the king's crown over their head when we're standing in court. And then I'd be able to say, Your Honour, can you help me, because they're after the king. And all I'm trying to do is let the king know that his life is in danger. And here's my evidence. I don't even think I'd need a lawyer. I think I'd be confident enough to represent myself. Well, that gave my son a heart attack, though. He's like, Mum, please don't. Get a lawyer. Please, Mum. He said, we can't afford for you to get anything wrong. This is too important, he said. So, yeah, I'll put links in the description box. But, yeah, I was right about everything. Queen Elizabeth has been spot on about everything. Those codes, and I said it'd be a great opportunity to introduce my physics to the world standing up in court, I'm a physicist, and this is why they're after me, because this is what I've uncovered using my physics. Can you please help me let the king know that he's in danger? So, links in the description box. Write about everything. She hasn't been wrong about a single thing, God bless her. She's determined. She is not going to let them get away with this. I've just had to grow a big pair of balls and put my big girl pants on and dodge all the threats that have been coming my way, because I stand for justice and I stand in truth, and I won't be swayed or threatened or pushed back until my dying breath. And even then, it would just prove that I was right about everything, and I'd be martyred. And then people would say, like my videos and that would go viral after my death, like that Cappy dude, Isaac Cappy. But I'd be me. The revelations today, boy, oh my goodness. Come on, King Charles, wake up, sweetheart. Then we can save the world and shut it all down. So I'll speak to you later. Ka kite anō. Mwah.